Keep your radio dial right here. You're locked into the hottest news station on the planet. Hot 702.5 in FM sound. Blazing today's hip-hop, R&B, and pop music. Keeping your radio on fire. Bringing you the hottest, realest, riskiest talk shows live 24/7 on hot7025fm.com.
It's your main man, 360 the Poet from the Morning Wood. And are you looking for the perfect drink? Well, you found it. Mimosa Royale is the perfect combination of California sparkling white wine and natural juice that is both tasty and refreshing. No artificial colors or flavors, no sugar added, and it's gluten-free. As the world's first ready-to-drink mimosa, Mimosa Royale is perfect for any occasion, day or night. You no longer have to drink 12 of those seltzers just to get that perfect buzz. At 8% alcohol, Mimosa Royale is the perfect drink to party with. Offered in a variety of flavors and sizes, you are bound to find a Mimosa Royale that you'll love. We have berry, mango, apple, and orange, with more flavors to come. Mimosa Royale is the most award-winning flavored wine that serves in bottles or cans. You can find them online at drinkmimosa.com or find them at your local liquor store. Ask for it by name. Mimosa Royale.
Hi. Hey.
What's up? All your favorite artists.
Check it out. Say my name. DJ Khaled. This is Mila J. Bruno Mars.
On hot7025fm.com.
Hey, happy late Father's Day. It's still Mental Health Men's Month and LGBTQ. They can put us with the LGBTQs, but it's okay.
Right. Did she just flick her?
All right, before we start, I want to let y'all know this show is sponsored by Revive Tea and Lounge, Tea and Mocktail Lounge, open Wednesday through Saturday, 5 p.m. Serving premium tea, 0% wine and beer, elevator comfort foods, and more. ReviveLounge.com to make a reservation or check out the menu at ReviveLounge.com. That's what we drinking. This is
0% Heineken.
Corona. He drunk off the 0% Corona, but it's okay.
It is Corona. I'm already drunk. Oh, it's non-alcoholic. My bad.
She put the extra non-alcoholic in it. But today we got a good topic. We got a good topic for everybody. It's off the back of Father's Day. We're going to talk about how important fathers are in the home and
All
how
fathers.
important parenting is and how it affects each generation, how it affected us when we was kids, how it affected our parenting styles.
And it's different. Like
connections,
parenting
correlations.
under 10 and parenting over 16. There's a difference. Do you believe that?
Yes, 100%. I believe it to the 100% power.
You got 2 girls.
Yeah.
And I got 2 boys.
That's crazy. I wanted a boy and a girl. God said, listen, get what I give you. And the rest of them, if they aborted them.
I ain't want no girl. I ain't want no girl. Like,
You ain't want no girls?
Nah.
Man, girls going to take care of you.
You wouldn't have been this.
When you get old, boys going to be like, Pops, you messing up my plate. Go to the home. Put Pops in the home.
True.
That's messed up. Don't put your pops or your moms or your grandma, whoever it is, in the home. Take care of them at the home. Let them live their life at
Now, sometimes
home.
you got to put them in a home.
Why? Why you think so? I want to know because you could be right.
And I think that initially, like, that's the idea is for you to take care of your family member because you want to. You got enough family members to take care of them. Cool. But what I did realize, and my grandmother having dementia, not being able to walk, we're not caregivers. Okay, so having somebody that actually knows how to lift someone, move them around, or have the tools and resources in order to do that was extremely helpful. Although we ended up having a nurse at home, and then they changed her whole room to like a hospital room.
Oh, I was about to say that's an option.
But that's money.
Yeah,
That
money.
I can tell you this, and y'all
They
say
both money, right?
I'm from the French side of whatever
You
y'all
are.
say.
You know where you're from, the French
My-
side of the States.
But at the same time, if my grandparents didn't have that money to do that, then that wouldn't have been possible. So people who, you may have just regular money, you know what I mean? Like you still got bread, but but you cannot physically lift and do all of these things for your loved one, and this other facility you may have that, then I think that it's an option.
I agree.
I don't think you should leave the ass there every day and don't ever go visit.
I agree.
That's
with
a
that.
different
It's
thing.
it's always pros and cons because them people be treating some of them. Sometimes them people be treating your grandmama or your mama bad.
Yeah, and that's why you gotta
weirdo
go.
stuff.
Blink 3 times. Let me know. I'll tear it up.
Yeah. So I agree with you. It's a balance. Either way, you got to find it, and your resources matter.
Yeah.
And like you said, don't just leave your mama. Don't go check on her. If possible, I would suggest bringing the person to your home, so if you can do that, even
That's
if
the
it's
part
4
that
days
gets
a week.
expensive. That's the part.
And you do the 3 days and let them help you. So
Yeah.
I don't know, but
we had our family, we had a family member there from 6 to 8 hours, and then we haven't had a nurse there, two nurses, and it's expensive because whether it's Social Security or Medicare for seniors or their own retirement, like that, they don't pay for that stuff. And
Yeah.
I'm thinking,
And that's
what the
messed
hell
up.
is the point of retirement
if I can't pay for the things
you
I'm gonna need
can't-
when I get old,
Nah,
right?
that's
It
a
makes
fact.
no damn sense.
All of that being said, we gonna be in that same boat.
Yeah, exactly.
So
That's a
I hope
fact.
not.
What you're saying,
I hope that
we gonna get old.
we're
or
gonna
we
get
hope
old.
so. If we don't, we die young.
Right.
No,
So, yeah.
I hope that we get old, but
I'm
I hope
saying-
we don't. Some people get old and then they just die. You know what I mean? They be 90. They be 90
gonna be
hopping
semi
around. No, I'm saying like sometimes it'd be like a 90-year-old. They still kicking. They good. They hopping around and then
Ain't a lot of 90-year-olds that do that. I get
I
what
know
you're
it's
saying,
not a
though.
lot, but I'm saying I hope. I'm hope.
Work
I
on it
hope.
right now.
We don't
So
know
you
what
would
it
not
is. We
be.
don't know what exactly it is to work on. Some of these old people, they be like 90 kicking it. They'll say, I drank and smoked. And we don't know
That's
what the.
both. That's facts.
Yeah,
I
we
done
don't
seen-
know
I
what
done seen
the-
both.
You know what to do.
But
You
I
know
agree.
how to eat crazy and do stupid stuff.
But I'm
Like,
saying that the
every
people
day?
who are older and still kicking, they're saying they drink every day. They
But
they
they-
smoked.
But
they
they might
did.
have. But and you, because I seen that too, E. But I also think that back when they was eating and the food was more natural.
Thank
It's
you.
a lot of things. There's a lot of things that
Absolutely.
contribute. We don't know. We gonna just try the best we can with what we got because right now we got something
BS.
else. But yeah, I feel you. And have a young state of mind. Don't ever think you old just because you're getting older, or don't think old. Don't think
Yeah.
I'm old. Just think I'm living.
Yeah,
Hey,
I
we
feel
living,
like
drinking
I'm still
Corona.
20. Right. See, I gave you the right Corona.
We
to
drinking
drink.
Corona. Exactly. She gave us the right Corona, the unalcoholic one, because the
What does that
alcoholic
Corona
one
taste like anyway?
tastes like a Corona with no alcohol, but it ain't bad.
What?
exactly what it tastes like.
Tastes just like Corona with no alcohol. It's kind of
We
interesting.
want to
You
drink
need some
beer that
lime?
got no
I
kick
forgot to
it.
bring
Yeah,
out
you should
the
have
lime.
gave
Sorry
us some
about
lime.
that,
You don't
guys.
know. See, that's how we know.
You know what? I didn't even think about it. I just took it out the fridge, but I need to cut the lime. So
Right. And one more suggestion for y'all: if y'all can get a family member through the program, so they could be the home nurse or your
You
family
can.
member,
Yes,
like
you
your niece or somebody, your nephew,
But
somebody.
sometimes
And let them
they-
get that money.
And then they get the money
Yeah.
and they family, so they gonna make sure they straight. That's a smart way. I've seen that happen before too.
yes, that does happen, but sometimes they trash.
That's true.
Yeah.
Because family be trash sometimes. They be thinking,
Or
I
they-
ain't got to come because it's grandma or
Yeah.
uncle or whoever it is.
And
That's crazy.
if
Life
if I
crazy.
may say, shout out to Javon Banks and all the Banks family because they lost their mom and grandmother last week, and that was a tough one right there. And so I'm just sending love, healing energy, all of that good stuff to the Banks family.
Rest in peace.
in
Condolences
peace.
to the Banks family. All right, now let's get on this parenting topic. What are we going to start off with? Because, I did a little bit of research for numbers. I'm not the numbers guy.
Do your thing.
I just wanted to look up the different numbers or statistics from two-parent household, single mother household, single father household. Right? So, married two-parent households says represent 17.9 of all American households, whereas single mother households, roughly 77.3 million homes, and single father households, like 2.1 million homes. In the two-parent households, the facts, I guess you could say. We're going to talk about the facts, or we're going to see our opinion on the facts. Approximately 71% of American children under 18 live in a two-parent family household. 62% of two married parents and 5% with the two unmarried cohabitating parents. So if they're not married, but they stay together and they still together. And then the married ones. Of course, financial stability is at a higher rate with two parents. It says the lower rate would be about 6% with two parents as poverty line for two parents. Security, that's a new thing they say, y'all. I don't like it. Only about 9% of two-parent families experience food insecurity. Obviously makes sense because they got more money, so yeah.
I'm not eating that.
Educational and occupational backgrounds, these households generally have higher dual earner income, of course. Two parents. Makes sense. Single mother households, making up 4 and 5 single parent families of these mothers. Roughly 51% have never been married. Damn. And 29% are divorced. Financial strain on the single mother household, of course. They're around 30% to live below the federal poverty line. So 6% with the two parent, 30% with the single mother. Damn.
That's terrible.
Shout out to the single mothers. Food
That's
security, obviously 38% at a single parent because there's less money. These things make sense, right? I'm not telling y'all something that don't make sense. Health insurance and health care, of course, is lower because the single mother doesn't have the insurance or the resources. So, what do we think about those two persons? And if you had either one of those, what do you guys think? What are your thoughts? Sugar doses.
I had a single mother home.
So that means you weren't raised right now. All right, so
Or you had
I
a
want to
food
give a shout out to
deficiency.
my mom. She did good with it.
hey, shout out to mom for doing good. But what did you? All right, so what is your experience? And I can tell you mine because I had both
I
and
would
then
say-
single dad.
I would say
Mine's different.
definitely the financial part of it because it was myself and it was us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you had school clothes, food.
But did you have to wear hand-me-downs, or was you the oldest? Who's the oldest in the house? And
Me.
who's the youngest? So you got the first new stuff, and then your brothers. You had a brother and sister.
Something like that. I got it for somebody else.
Yeah, something like that.
I'm like, you got what she can do, but
So hard.
it was what am I say? I like to say very resourceful with the things that we went through as children,
Facts. That's
and that makes foundation of a whole lot of things. When you can do that, not have to worry about it.
I agree with that. It makes you being poor teach you how to struggle the right way. It teaches you some things that people just don't have. They don't have to. I think the problem of being in struggle with a single parent. I had two parents. So my mom and dad was together when I was born. They probably broke up when I was about 10 years old. And then my mom left. She was like, nigga, you keep the kids. I'm going to reverse this on you. Uno reverse. Boom. I'm out. I'll get them on the weekend.
I'm about to
You
go
keep
kick it.
I'm kicking it. That's exactly what she said. And it was different. And it took a toll on my sisters.
I can imagine. So.
My sisters struggled the most with a mother not being in the home.
Yeah, I could see that.
Being in the home. She was there, obviously. We went there on the weekends like you used to do that. But they struggled with them. And they struggled.
Yeah.
Um,
So-
When they have their own kids,
but not having your mother. Like, listen, luckily, for me, I was raised until I was 21.
Right.
But my sister, my mom passed away. She was 16, 17, So, and then my brother was 14. So their adolescent years, they didn't have our mom. But I go every day thinking about my mom, like, and think she was here to see this, or I wish I could go to her and ask her about, I think that those things are, those things can be challenging.
Right. And so you had them. So these are siblings and you had her. So y'all was over when all of my siblings, with the exception of me and my older sister, was under 10.
Yeah. Right. And they're
So
female,
it's
and they're female. So they go through female things
Exactly.
instead of mom. I would imagine if you're raised by your mom and then you I'm gonna teach her to stay up pee. Right.
See the
Right.
uncle or
She can
somebody.
tell. Right. Yeah. You know, I think that's like not having that parent, like your sister's not having their mom. Like I can imagine that being challenging today.
Right.
Had it, don't know what it looked like.
And like what Suge said, parenting from 0 to 10 versus, I think, 11 to 18. We'll say that. It's different. 10 most formidable years of your children, most where you go teach them the things that their values and the things that you deal in them is where they're learning it and soak it up.
The most where they learn is watching you.
Exactly.
So you can teach,
By
but they watching your ways.
They watch what you do and not listening to what you say. And our parents, my mom used to do it as I do. And I never understood that. I didn't agree with that. I thought that was crazy.
Till you had your own and it got done to you.
And until I had my own, I decided to not say that to them. I don't like that. Now, listen, because I got to be the example in both ways. So, 10 though, from 0 to 10 is malleable. You need both parents. You need
For
both
learning.
of them at that time. Exactly.
For learning. But I think when you're between like 10 and 15, now you're paying attention to other things around you. And those things are influencing you. So like you're learning it directly from the source, right? From whatever you said
From
up to 10.
Your environment, yeah.
You're learning it like, okay, I see my mom did that. I see my dad did that. But now when you're 10 to 15, you see other kids and their families. Like you see the outside world a little bit differently. So now you're like, oh, okay, where their mom did that. And so now if you don't have a mom, and you're like, dang, their mom did that. I don't even know what that's like. So now you're, internalizing, you're feeling differently about it. So I think having both parents, essentially, is valuable. You're basically saying yes to your sisters having a different experience than you from not having your mom in their home.
My mom leaving early when they were young.
And then Suge, you're saying like your mom did what she could, and y'all made it happen.
This is that happens. Of course, it's like you got some fathers not in the home, right? And you got some. It's like I'm from a different community too.
Facts.
They're not doing that now. They're not even touching nobody else's kids like that.
They're nobody. The problem is the community.
Yes, they would discipline everybody no matter what. You got a whooping by them, then you got a whooping at home.
The village mentality, yeah.
Exactly. It's different now.
We lost that, and that.
I think a lot when we go back to saying mother back in the time, it's different now.
I agree with that.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
a good point to bring up. You're right. Nowadays, don't nobody say nothing to touch my girl. I didn't see women be like, your kid mess up in school, they go to the teacher and that say, they don't talk like,
Right.
Why my daughter didn't mess up? Why you picking on her? I'll be like, hold on. See, we from a different era. And this is people of our generation being parents I'm talking about, where we like, no, hold on. We ain't just going to blame the teacher. You got to be not.
But then they had a difference. The teachers, they're like, oh, yeah, hell no, you can't touch my kid. Maybe they got excessively, like, we were in, like, maybe excessively, like, hell, you can freaking touch my kid.
No, they didn't even get paddled.
I don't think they paddle.
They don't paddle no more.
No. I'm saying we're the parents now, right? So I'm saying like in our generation, maybe the parent that's parenting now may have experienced that excessive like discipline.
And
they're like, oh, you kid.
The trauma made you coddle.
Yeah,
I agree.
Your kid.
Yeah, I think
that's where the something in. Those parents then protecting us.
Or those teachers.
Some parents may not have.
I agree with what you're saying. They was trying to teach us like, listen, you gotta do right, and we're gonna hold you accountable. And the teachers allowed to hold you accountable. And I gave them permission because when my daddy gave them permission to whip me, I was looking at him crazy. Like what?
I don't think my parents or my grandparents ever gave permission for somebody to put their hands on.
That was in the school thing.
It was
no, they had nothing about paddle. I never got to get paddle. Like
I only got paddled at
my
paddles when I
sister.
got in a fight.
Now my sister on
Everybody
got.
got,
I ain't getting it. It was bad.
and you got the biggest, strongest coach getting to you. So you bet it all day.
And that's why I got
Why was y'all so bad? That's
a love-hate
what the show
relationship
should really be
with
about.
whoopings, right? I got a love-hate relationship
I
because
turned out great.
I believed
Thank
in
you, mama.
whoopings, and I whooped my children, even though they weren't that bad. So they only got about my oldest I got 3 whoopings in the 3-week period. A lot. He's already got 1, but now I'd be like,
she saw her.
nah,
Because
they
they pay
12
attention.
years apart.
Oh,
So she
okay.
They're able to communicate now. So you can say to your kid now, like, hey, let's sit and talk it out, and you know what's going on, and then they can say to you, hey, this when you did this, it made me feel like this, and they can say that stuff now, whereas back in the day we weren't saying that, you know.
I agree with that.
As a whole.
Let daughters speak their mind and defend themselves.
Yes.
But I also tell them, you got to do it with respect when you're doing it with your aunties, your
Of course.
elders. It got to be respectful, but don't ever not especially if you can't. So that is a challenge. They aunties and mamas like, why you tell her to do that? Because I feel like we need to do that. But
Because tell them
at
that
the
they're
same
wrong.
time,
Be respectful.
it's the balance is always the key, because if they feelings is the only thing that matters. True, feelings aren't facts, and sometimes life is hard. Put on a helmet, like old girls say. So if you let them understand that, look, your feelings are valid to you, but this is what's right, this is what's wrong, and this is what occur if you only think your feelings are the only thing that's valid. And these kids got to a point where they thinking, where they don't want anybody who says the opposite of them, anybody who believes the opposite of them, anybody who disagrees with them. They try to ban them from coming to the college. It's getting y'all. So get it balanced right. We grew up.
That's because we didn't have no balance. It was either left or right. It wasn't.
We grew up.
It wasn't like a middle.
That's why pinning from this end to this end, and that's why the kids where they are.
And so
certainly-
after they probably generation, they'll probably be like, the alpha generation.
hope.
They'll probably. I mean,
I my mama
that's
say.
all we can do at this point.
I ain't with little friends.
Yeah.
They run
Yeah,
the
the
kids.
As a youngster, you supposed to
Yeah.
be friends when they become adults. Hey, I'm your OG.
When they're adults. But I'm still
Yeah.
black.
I be feeling like I'm your OG. I be like, listen, you don't have to listen to me because y'all both grown. But y'all ever been my age? No. I've been y'all age. Have y'all ever been my age with kids? No. Okay, so listen to what I'm saying. I'm trying to help you. Have I ever harmed you? No. Okay. So listen to what I'm saying. I'm trying to help you. And they don't. You know everything. I be seeing what she be thinking the same thing I was thinking when I was her age. She always lecturing saying the same thing. That's why I was thinking about my daddy. I became my daddy. But I think we got to find a balance, and we lose balance because we want more. We want more for our kids than we had, and a lot of it be material things. But balance, hey, express your feelings, but you also have natural consequences, and natural consequences don't mean a whooping. It can mean you left your jacket at home and it's a cold day and you want me to bring it to you and I'm at work. No, you gotta be cold.
You missed the bus, now I gotta drop you off.
No, you gotta catch the other bus.
Right.
We gotta give them those because we don't always giving them natural consequences. So we've shared and build you to be a resilient human being where you don't have to, everything is a mental health issue because life is life.
I'm gonna say technology also.
Facts.
Technology is kicking our ass right now.
So it's like
On the
no one has
screen.
the technology back then. As a young adult did of it. Now you can give him a PS5 and put him in the corner for the rest of the day.
Phone, tablet.
And you know he is over there. He only come get you when he's thirsty or hungry.
Yeah, I gotta use
He used to go outside.
outside.
Get it.
That's where you learn respect, how to deal with peers that might be tougher than you, how to talk to people that might be tougher than you. You learn a lot of these kids. That's why they say what I want.
Find where you at. I don't want to say society, but I guess where you are, you find out you at in your
how to meet your peers.
Yes.
Exactly.
And you go out not so often, you're not going to be very approachable.
Or know how to communicate and articulate and fix errors or navigate the peers. So that means these kids don't talk to each other.
No.
Unless it's on
the game.
I mean, men don't talk to each other.
No.
They don't know how to talk to each other in person. It's always on through electronic device.
Right.
And they having less kids and getting married less. They having less sex. So a lot of things that these electronic to stand. So I watch kids play outside on the phone. They watching kids play on the phone instead of going outside to play. I watch kids play video games. I was like, what? This is lack of experience.
I'm learning how to beat it.
And I'd be like, oh, that's different than us. It's different. And I think the parenting is different because now
I'm about to say the parenting part of that.
Parents don't.
You're not parenting when you're doing all that.
And you're not making your child resilient
so
enough
it's kind of like
to survive.
You the lunch lady
outside.
for me. I need water. I need food.
Give me water. I need
okay,
food.
cut the game. All time to go to bed.
Yes.
Now you get up and go to school.
Yes. And you got a tablet at their school nowadays.
And you coming back home, getting right back on the game again.
Yeah.
Then on the weekend when people off, they go on the party a little bit. Where you at? Where the kid at?
Right.
On the game.
That's fast. That is.
Even if you around house, he on his tab or on his phone. Her phone. Where's the parenting? And
the parenting is
just like you're watching animals.
If we really think about this,
that.
If we really think about this, okay, how much time did you spend outside playing?
As much as I could.
How was that?
So school was over till like
3 to like 7, maybe 3 to 7. You
3
was
to 8,
outside
was
playing. 3 to 8, okay.
Yeah.
How much time did you spend outside playing?
as much as I could. So if I ain't do homework, y'all, because I was too smart.
I did my homework at school.
I was too smart, so I could just do good on the test. So my parents couldn't. I from as early as I could to the time.
Okay, so like school.
Till I could get a whipping.
Well, what grade you mean?
School,
what grade you mean?
Anytime you played outside, school,
No,
school got out like grade 11, right?
Nah.
At the latest,
when
3.
you had to get in
At the latest,
at
3:30.
like 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, when the street lights come
Right.
on.
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
when you're a senior, it's different.
Yeah, when you're in high school,
They
it's
give you a
different,
little leeway if you've been acting right throughout your years.
Yeah.
However you been
We
acting,
know
how they
Quinn
gonna treat
wasn't
you.
acting right, so he had.
Right.
I had a baby.
Okay, so to my question. So you said maybe like 5 hours a day you was outside playing, right?
4 or 5.
Okay,
Yep.
5. So 4 or 5 hours a day. Like, I was. I mean, I would say for me, I had certain as I'm playing outside with the kids, cold sack or whatever. Okay, so 4 or 5 hours we were away from our parents. Our parents are in the house, chilling, watching CNN, C-SPAN, whatever, Price is Right, whatever they do,
Okay.
right? They're in the house. We're outside playing with the the other kids.
Right.
Yes.
So let's equate this to kids spending 4 to 5 hours a day
On a video game?
on a video game or on a tablet.
That's easy.
Away from their parents.
That's easy.
It's equivalent.
No, I'm not agreeing at all.
It's not the same type of social skills that we developed before because we're outside physically talking to someone, but now the kids are talking to someone on video game. They're engaging with them differently, reading on the screens different words that we didn't read when we were little, or little from me. So I think it's just a different way that they are engaging and away from the parent. We still were away from our parents. Our parents they were inside. We was outside playing, drinking out the water hose or whatever.
But my thing to away from your parents is that you're learning. To me, shout out to the evolutionary biologists, Waayyy and Heather. They said if you want to knowledge and wisdom, go to somebody who does something, farmer or electrician who built something with their hands, who goes outside and have some ups and downs. I asked you that being on the phone. All right, it's a movie called The Social Dilemma. I think it's whistleblowers explaining how algorithms are designed to manipulate human psychology, fuel addiction, and spread misinformation. That's what being on the phone and on the tablet is. Kids. They are higher in suicide rates. The young girls are, and the boys don't know how to teach each other or handle things. They're emotional. They go on the internet and do everything. They show their guns. They say it's rappers who 20 to 23, 24 years old rapped about killing their friends and put it on the internet. Went to jail for that.
Got arrested.
I know we.
It's not the same.
I know we don't. It's because you're seeing we almost the ARP card is coming. Okay, we think differently. Like it's still it's a different way to socialize with the other kids.
Do you think it's making us closer? All right, let me ask you a question. Do you think which one you think is? Like you're
telling me the person sitting right here in front of you having dialogue when y'all could be somewhere remotely.
Let me ask you a question though.
Don't tell me what I am. Ask me a question. It's okay.
Is human connection better from a which one you think connects better humans? Which one you think is better connection for human beings?
I think it depends on the person now. It's not like before we didn't have another option to communicate. Like so even in like corporate America, like in meetings were virtual, right? So we still were
y'all was adults though. I'm talking about it starts like kids. Was your meetings virtual when we was kids? The kids' meetings now are virtual. That's what I'm saying. These kids have been having school virtually. It's a different. They're learning and engaging in a different environment. And sorry for y'all who are listening online. We're trying to fix a computer for Quinn. Part? So give us a thumbs up if you hear us. Okay. What about what?
The part. We talking about. I understand what you trying to say, but. What about the parenting part? When I came back inside, I got parented because I had chores.
So when they put the video games down or the tablet,
when
they're parenting.
Yeah, I don't see that.
When?
I don't know.
When do they put them down?
I don't know. You got to go out there and look at some kids or be around some kids.
My son.
I think that
make him go to bed. Get up. 2 in the morning. Do what you doing.
What you may understand today is because your kids are a little bit older. You guys have older kids.
No.
I have nephews that are younger. My nephews they play outside, okay, and they be stinking, child. And I'll be like, listen, it's shower time, okay. But I think that some kids, they play a lot of video games.
Do you live with you?
Oh, that's continuously. What I'm saying is that I see them. Do you engage with your kids?
Yes, I do. That's what I need to
use them every day?
Yes. I see how the mother they just want the phone. You take the phone from them, they act a fool.
They'd rather get a whooping.
I'm like, yo.
That's just like
that's not how you act.
That's if you couldn't go outside, you got in trouble.
If I didn't get the food, what happened? I didn't get to go. My daddy wasn't rewarding bad behavior. That's rewarding bad behavior.
We're rewarding bad behavior for real.
You don't act like that because I take this device from you. You go you this for 4 hours. That's not what's happening.
Not doing nothing now.
I personally think that the parenting with devices is a good idea. Continually, I think that the devices have been helpful. Like kids communicating long distance. I mean, we used to write pen pal letters. So I mean, having a friend live somewhere else.
There's a positive side to that.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm talking about. Real quick. So I think that there could be some ups to it. Do I think that kids need to be excessively on devices? Absolutely not. I don't. My nephews come over. I have them put their phones away. You know, they can watch a little TV. We can go. I'll take them to the park. I'll take them to swim or whatever they want.
So you do all the outside things
because I'm an outside person.
That
That's
makes
what I'm
sense,
saying. But I'm saying that.
but that ain't everybody believe that. That's not most people.
Yeah,
experience.
of course.
That's not
especially
the
a single mom.
Of course, and I think that's their version of play. That's
But it's not the dilemma. It tells you from 2008 to 2008, phones and iPad and have changed the brain function of the children.
Of course.
And if you look at the children,
and
what
of
they
us
do,
too, as adults.
facts, adults too. But
sure.
but we didn't grow up on it, so we addicted to it as adults, and it's still that. So think about it for the children with that.
Yeah,
They were born into it.
It was like
You know,
they don't.
we
know
had to change into it.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, I go out and I leave their phone. They supposed to be at everybody's phone. They talking. I don't.
and that's why Revive Lounge with phone lock boxes.
And you should. And adults, you should make people tells you how
I did do that
addictive
last week.
this phone thing is, and how is that good for the children.
How many times before? Yeah,
A couple times.
I lost my phone. I leave once a year
bro.
until I got the insurance. But everything was in that phone, and I worried more about that than anything until I got it.
Right.
Unless I was somewhere, like every time I went to tap, I lost it. But because I was around real
You was
people,
lit. You was outside. You didn't care. That's
didn't
how-
care.
Hey, this it's getting so bad. When you in the club, and I ain't been in the club in a long time.
Right.
I'm talking about 10 years ago. I was in the club, and I was older then. But they won't do nothing. But hey, it's lit. They don't dance with each other. There's no connection. I don't know what he talking about. There's no human connection. It's the and I think this is the.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I agree with you, but I do think there's some benefits. But I don't think advice for an excessive amount of time
It's
is
not good.
valuable to anybody.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
But we
But
are
I-
on them.
Yeah.
Both.
You got to think of all situations, though. Like I said, a single mom that's working.
Yeah.
You can't even.
If he's over there playing and all that, I do whatever I gotta do. Relax,
Yeah.
chill, fix food, whatever I gotta do.
Shoot,
And
work
that's-
he's
from
over
home.
there.
Shoot, that too.
But I'm just saying, when we just go outside, the community still watched us.
You're right, but we don't have that anymore.
That's my
right,
point.
and the
So,
reason why
it's
we don't
worse.
have that anymore is because the community start molesting these damn kids, and that's why there is a
We're not
transition.
that side of the community.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
No, what I'm saying is that when we were kids and so and so down the street to the house, okay, like we going to the house, like it wasn't an argument. But what I'm saying is that as that time transitioned, those people became unsafe. So they're not safe when we were kids.
Understood. We're not talking about
We could be because that's why people keep in the house. That's what I'm saying. There was a transition of how people parented on the street you lived on. It's different now. It's like, hey, you can't go to Mr. Johnson's house. Nah, don't even go by his house. Don't go in the gate.
when that happens, we don't, right?
I think that, of course, the parents got to know the community. That's we got to. Nobody go outside. You don't know your neighbor. You don't know what's going on. But I think it's also fear related to it. And fear. We wasn't fearful. Like my whole childhood, I don't know nobody who got kidnapped. And if they did, guess who kidnapped them? They grandmama on their daddy's side because they mama wouldn't let the daddy see him, so she went and got him from school. But everybody acts like if your kids go outside, this worst thing's gonna happen to them, and that's not reality, and that's not a way to shape your children for the world. It's like parents are trying to shape the world for their children rather than make their children resilient and able to navigate in a real world where you're gonna have to deal with people and you got to navigate attitudes and
Like a job.
exactly.
Yeah. And I think we need that sort of community again. And because we moved out of the community, that community doesn't exist anymore. And I think that's important also.
We
to
part of that
understand.
community too. We part of the kids can go nowhere. My daughter's mother, I don't want Desi to go outside and skateboard because some girl got beat up last week. And I was like, I don't want her to go on the airplane because the airplane's crashed. I'm like,
What?
tell what's going on. My daughter,
They're projecting
I know,
trauma.
but every parent has trauma and projectors on their children. They're projecting the children.
Yes.
That's what they do. Parents project. That's why
we saying parent. That's bad parenting too. There is bad parenting.
And
When you super kids,
it's bad parenting.
That's
There's
bad
a book.
parenting.
Hey, there's a book called "The Coddling of the American Mind." Read it. It is informative and to tell you exactly what the problem is. He's talking about in 12, 13, 14. He looking at the college students. Yo, he saw what was coming down the pike. And it's here. They can who's a Republican.
You can't give them no correction.
You can't give them no direction. You can't give them. If they need mental space, they need, what is it called? A safe space. They got triggers. Hold on, man. Life is going life. It's like we talked about last week with, shout out to Denisha.
Bad parenting.
Donisha. Shout out to Donisha. We talked about, you got to me, a parent's job is to make, you're not raising children. You're raising them to be an adult. So you got to prepare them for the world as an adult, not coddle them to be kids for the rest of their life. And I think we're doing a piss poor job at that. And the phones and the technology is
There's
also helping.
a lot of grown kids out here.
I think we need to figure out what that looks like when the transitions happened, and also try to figure out, is it because maybe there's not enough help in the family? Because I mean, even like I would go to my cousin's house, I could just stay at my cousin's house because my aunt will be there sometime, but all the kids was there, so you could go and there was a community. I didn't have to stay home.
But these kids be on the phone. They don't be at their cousin's house.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
I'm saying
we need to figure out when that happened and like what made that happen. That
the family dynamic messed up everything,
or the facts.
Because now let's go with dating real quick. You see how it is, right?
Yeah.
2026. A lot of people got kids, and you're going on dates, meeting somebody. Where are the kids at?
At home.
With who?
With the tablets.
With who?
The tablets.
Why?
Or their grandmama.
Or grandma, who ain't big mama no more.
Yeah, grandma's twerking. They listen to Cardi B.
not grandma's
Our grandmas would never.
Right, but you're right though.
All of that goes together. If you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's all correlated.
But
So now, because I know it's like the worry goes away when you know he's in the house, she's in the house. If you get what I'm saying. So I can do, but you still ain't together. So where's the parenting? Even though he's on the game or she's on the game.
He on the game at dinner.
And you're over here on your phone.
Yeah, y'all, and then y'all eat, and
Where's
y'all both
the
on your
parenting?
phone. Or y'all don't eat together as families. We don't do that enough either.
We don't do Sunday
We
no
have
more
Sunday
either.
family dinners. Rest in peace to my grandma who used to do that. But we need to do, this is my rule. Hey, when we at dinner, when we doing something, phones away. No phones. We going to talk to each other. We going to look at each other, touch each other, connect. To me, we ain't connecting, y'all.
Then take pictures.
We're the most disconnected at any time in history right now.
Right now.
Especially as black people. We was more connected after we got free from being slaves because
Yep.
we all we had. Now the
community is gone, bro.
it's disconnected and no one's happy. And that's why suicide rates are up, killing, homicides.
When we had a common enemy.
shootings.
When we had a common enemy, it was better.
Yeah.
Now
was
we
more
are
together.
our own enemy with that same enemy.
Yeah.
Now we protective of each other, of ourselves, and of course our families. So we stay away from each other.
Yeah, but I think that there's a list of trauma that happened that maybe we personally didn't experience that that other people like significantly experienced, like, and they're reacting to that trauma, which we talked about earlier. And then two, you saying, you know, the family dynamic being different, you know, I think that's important. And then two, I think that it's probably our fault in our generation, probably Quinn, particularly.
We some punk ass parents.
No, probably Quinn particularly because then, you know, remember that song, Babies Having Babies? So the teenagers was having babies.
I had my daughter young, y'all,
Yeah.
but I raised her based on we grew up together. And then it was made me a better father for my second daughter. But I got old school values, y'all, so
but
it
what
wasn't
I'm
me.
saying is that like now we're young. So now you talking about grandma twerking. I'm saying now grandma's younger because
Grandma's quit
y'all
twerking.
asses was having kids.
No,
when y'all was
my mama wasn't twerking.
15. No, not your mom. I'm saying your baby's mom is younger now.
Yeah,
So
but she ain't
so
twerking.
if
Shout out
your
to her.
daughters have kids, anytime soon.
My daughters say they ain't having them.
So if your daughters have kids anytime soon,
That's sad.
their mom is younger than grandma was. So it's like a
Grandma's still going
repeating
out.
cycle.
No, we older than my parents. I'm fortunate, but I talk to my daughters about my oldest daughter. Me and her mom showed her pictures of STDs, all the things that could happen for having sex when she started liking boys.
Good
and we
stuff.
told her, don't be like us. We had you young. We want you to live your life, go get your education, go
And I
have
think
fun.
that they will.
No, you gotta teach that.
No, you
'Cause
gotta
we
tell
know-
them.
we wasn't taught
I
that.
tell my
I'm
boys
saying
that.
based off of your
Enjoy
based off
your
of
life,
you
bro.
parenting them, yeah.
And that's what
I
should
think-
go back to should.
Yeah,
parenting.
I think that based off of parenting, that's why I didn't have no kids young. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't. My mom taught me earlier like about sex or whatever. So, but then teenagers are explore. They explore.
gonna have
They gonna
sex.
do whatever they gonna do.
So don't think, but you teach them to be responsible with it, at least. That's
Or
what
the
I
fact
taught
is
my
you think
daughter.
Or
they
they
not.
won't- or
I
they
didn't say
won't.
don't have sex because then when you say don't, guess what they're gonna do?
They gonna go do
No,
it
I don't think
with
they,
a lot
I don't
of
think
people.
you should tell them don't. But I think that it's important to have those
Give 'em-
conversations
I
with your
agree.
kids.
On a multiple
Yeah.
times, not just once. You all talk to her
Of
once.
course.
Hold on. One time. Kids don't listen one time. If that was the case, that'd be perfect. So I agree with you. But we had different experiences, but we still came to the same conclusion, different routes. I had sex. My parents didn't talk to me about sex. They thought if we don't talk about it, he won't do it. And I'm thinking, that don't make sense. Because you had my sister at 15, me at 17. You should talk to us. We from your tree. We from your tree.
Yeah.
So to me, the parenting has to be, I just think we need, this is what I believe, y'all. The difference between a conservative and a liberal. And conservatives used to be liberals before, when the time when what they're conserving in the future or now was liberal then. So what I'm trying to tell y'all is there are traditions that need to be held on to. We saw that
But we
they
need
work
to
over
find
time
out
and time.
where it went left. That's what we need to find out. The tradition, find out what the tradition was, and then find out where it went left, so we can understand what may need to be adjusted.
I agree, and I agree with that. Now we need to do, but we should have held the line. Liberal, it's just this is what I'm saying, y'all. There are some things that need to be preserved and have worked throughout human history, and being respectful, having honor, being accountable, and self-awareness have always worked, no matter where you at in what time frame you was at. If it was the 1600s, the 1400s, the 1200s, right now.
You have generations now that's saying we're not doing it that way no more.
Yeah, we do.
Purposely, we're not going to do it that way no more.
That's the old way. And I'll be bamboozled. I'll be baffled by that. I'll be like, y'all listen, I was a security guard, and it was 15, 17-year-olds, 14 to 17-year-olds, and they was the most disrespectful, and they was black. Just keep it 100 with y'all. The most disrespectful people, young people I ever saw. I had to call my daughter and say, do you act like this? And she was like, no, I don't. But was they black? I said, yes. She's like, well, they do at my school. That's how they act, unfortunately. And I was like, oh my God. And then I seen one disrespectful young lady who I was trying to help. She was so disrespectful, I had to kick her out. They was gonna jump her, but I see why they was gonna jump her. But she stole from the store. She cussed the count. I said, yeah, you gotta go. I don't care if they jump you. I see why they was gonna jump you. But then her mom came to get her, and then her mom was ignorant. And then I seen, oh, that's the kid that mom is ignorant. So she ignorant too.
Between 2 and 8.
And her mom wasn't our age.
That's the most you're
Her
going to
mom was
learn
younger than me.
from
Her
the
mom might
person
have
you
been
see the
35,
most.
36. And I'm like, damn, this is the kid. I was at a Valley High School game. Shout out to
So she act like a mom? Is what you're saying?
The young girls, the little 3 young ladies.
Act
in
like
high
her
school,
mom?
Talking crazy, talking like Cardi B. Meg Thee Stallion, Sexy Red. And I'm like, hold on, y'all. It's an adult here. Y'all can't talk like that in front of me, but I don't know, man.
These kids are interesting, but
They're not being parented.
But I'm saying that there's a reason why the parents aren't parenting. I'm saying there's a disconnect somewhere. There's something happened. We
definitely
need
something
to find
somewhere.
out what that was so we can attack it and figure out how to repair it essentially.
I agree. You know what?
Society did it too, because
Society
when
is a
you
big
went away
culprit.
from scolding your kids, it was a thing.
When
Now you can't whoop them.
When you went away from disciplining them, and not
Yes.
just whoopings. You don't have
Not
to be
just
whooping. It
even
could be-
sitting in the corners or even
Exactly.
taking things away from you. You can't go outside. You can't play this
Exactly.
game. You can't do this. Can't do that. You ain't playing football this year.
You ain't getting them Jordans. Oh, you
Right.
you out school getting S and D's and messing up, but you got the new Jordans every time. That ain't natural consequences, y'all. I don't care if Christmas comes. You get S and D's. Christmas is you get underwear and books.
A good old
Still
dictionary.
getting some.
Brandon Marshall,
I'm about to say that.
You train. We've been how you shooting jumpers. You're finna do something.
You about to run these laps
productive.
now.
Exactly. So, hey, I don't know what it is, but we need to get to it, like he said. And listen, parents, natural consequences. Please don't take those from your children, because your children that don't get natural consequences are the ones that's messing it up for everybody in the
I
world.
was watching that clip on YouTube on a Coach JB show. There's a chick named Lauren that come on there, and they showed the Brandon Marshall clip, and she was like, "Oh my God, why is he running?" You know, blah blah blah. The two guys were saying like, "That's good daddy stuff. That's good father. He's been a good father." Like, no, he can get tired. He can hurt himself. He can do this. And like,
See, that's the problem.
That's why that's his kid.
That's why these kids saw.
But those are responses of people who had may have had some trauma in their discipline.
we
like
can't
the
put
discipline
trauma
and
on everybody
I
else.
agree.
And no, that's what we were doing.
No, we gotta
We
understand.
ain't doing nothing.
No.
That lady was doing. what she
Hey,
was gonna
people,
do.
we gotta
Everybody do it.
We
That
gotta,
was just her time.
We all right. We gotta understand that kids need structure. Human beings need structure. God is the leader of the household. He sets the tone. The man gives the tone to the woman, and the woman gives the tone to the kids.
Some people don't believe
And
that
that's
part.
how I follow. If you don't believe in that, then
You gotta your family
the
took your
problem.
toe up. It's toe up.
and
if you don't
know,
believe in
if-
God, then the universe or energy or whatever you want to call it,
Whatever
the
you
Big
worship.
Bang Theory.
and men try to put yourself in a situation where you are at home and you create a 2-parent home, or whatever they may look like. If, maybe the first one ain't work out, but you figured out this other person who's your partner, and y'all can parent together somehow. And or if the whole crew can parent together. That's ideal.
There's a lot
That's
of
ideal.
blaming in situations like that.
Blame.
It's a truth to the other side. Like you saying having both parents at home when some of them don't have that or can't have that.
Right. So I'm saying, but men can still create a family dynamic even without the original
Absolutely.
parent.
I agree.
Yeah,
It's-
I'm saying
it's-
that we need to create. If the shit didn't work out the first time, y'all go ahead and find you a wife. Quit playing.
Well, find
That's
you
the
What
find
about
you a
the-
good wife. Don't just go get a wife.
obviously. I
Find
hope you find a good wife.
And if she find her a good husband and y'all can co-parent together, it's nothing
Everybody
better than
ain't-
having another man in your son's life that's solid at his mama house and you at his house. Shout out to those people who could do that. Shout out to my baby mama for us being able to do that. And on that note, hey, we out of here. We didn't even get to the single fathers. Sorry, y'all.
Maybe we'll continue it.
Y'all continue to be good fathers. Y'all continue to be good parents. And
Shout out to my sons for being good men.
Shout out to my daughters for being good women.
Everybody,
all the good children
Y'all have
out
a
there.
great week. We'll
And the-
see y'all on Saturday, 11 a.m. sports show. Big Suge, a.k.a. Suge to the Great.
Qmecca 2 texts up. Tragic gonna hold you down.
Way bigger than sports show. Have a great week. We out.
Peace.
Go Aces.
Keep your radio dial right here. You're locked into the hottest news station on the planet. High 702.5 in FM sound. Blazing today's hip hop, R&B, and pop music. Keeping your radio on fire. Bringing you the hottest, realest, riskiest talk shows live 24/7 on high 702.5fm.com.